feeling heavy or sluggish after a meal, mindful movement can make such a difference in helping us reconnect and get things moving. This 10-minute digestive support flow is one of my very favorites. So I also love to have some peppermint tea on hand. This organic peppermint tea from Now Foods is my absolute favorite. So get yourself all set up. We'll get nice and grounded, and I'll take you through my 8 favorite digestive supporting poses. Find a nice, tall, comfortable seat. Rest your hands on your knees and just start to tap into your breath. So you can take a full breath in through the nose and fill up the lungs. And deep, full breath out. And then the first posture we'll do is a nice big side stretch, which is a great way to open up the sides of the waist, create more space. Gonna stretch that whole abdominal region so we can start to aid the digestion. And as you lengthen through that top arm, relax your shoulder and take a deep breath in and deep breath out. And then come on up and over to the other side. Nice big stretch. Anchor the opposite sits bones so you can really reach away. Full breath in and full breath out. Even just a nice big side stretch already helps me feel so much more open and that whole abdominal region less compressed. Now come on up and we'll take a turn to our left for a seated twist. So as you inhale, you want to lengthen up through the spine. As you exhale, twist a little deeper. Twister's so good for digestion. It's like wringing a dirty wash rag. It gives that gentle stimulation to the organs. And as you breathe, you can really start to feel that energy just wringing out. Come up into the other side. Try and have your hand close to the small of your back so that you can really lengthen as you inhale. And twist on your exhale. And then to really get that digestive aspect of the twist, make sure that you're twisting from your waist, from your core, and not just from your head and neck. So you could even turn your head a little forward, initiate that movement from way down deep, and then let your head follow last. Come back to center and notice how much better you already feel. We're gonna move on to hands and knees and do some cat-cow, which is like a massage from the inside. So we're just gently stimulating the organs as we move through the flexion and the extension in the spine. Linking the breath with the movement. You want to inhale, arch open. Exhaling round. Inhale, arch open. Exhaling round, and really draw the belly button up underneath the ribs. Inhale, arch open, and get that nice stretch through your abdomen. And exhaling round. Now this time, come into a neutral spine. Walk your knees back a few inches, and we're going to take our elbows down to the ground and then come into a Sphinx pose. So Sphinx is a really nice way to just give a little pressure to the abdominal muscles and to the organs. To kind of massage those muscles so they can relax. And just relax into this pose. Sphinx always feels so good, I think. It's a nice way to open up the shoulders. It feels like a somewhat passive back bend. We don't have to muscle our way into this one too much. So that's another nice way just to let everything relax. Breathe into your lower back, into your belly, into the sides of your waist. Deep full breath in. And deep full breath out. Okay, from here, just gently press yourself back to a child's pose for a second on our way onto our backs for a wind relieving pose. This is Apanasana, and one that feels really good because you can lie on your back for one, and for two, when you bring your one knee into your chest, you're just again giving the abdominal region a gentle massage, a little bit of pressure there as you hug your knee in, and then reach the opposite leg long. Relax your shoulders. Once again, deepen the breath. A deep full inhale through the nose, and a deep full exhale out. And see if you can't release the jaw and the forehead. I'm definitely starting to feel some movement in this whole region down here. Okay, now we're going to switch. So stretch your right leg long and bring your opposite knee in, or if you started with the left leg, just switch now to the right. Sometimes the simplest things can feel so good. And we also forget how we can use our practice to support us in so many different ways. From sleep to energy to digestion, like this flow. And once again, relax your shoulders, reach to that bottom leg. Just giving the leg a nice pull, and this knee, the one that's bent, and without forcing it, right? It feels pretty nice and relaxed. So you just have that gentle pressure against the abdomen. Now we're going back to the opposite leg. So now we're moving into a supine twist. So hug that knee into the chest and then bring it across the body. So back into the whole idea of that kind of wringing things out or massaging the organs and then letting them release to help with digestion. This is a beautiful way to now come into the twist a little bit deeper in the supine twist. If the one knee across becomes a little too intense for you, you can always bend the bottom knee and have both knees drop to the side, and then it's a little less pressure in the shoulder if you open up that top shoulder. So yogi's choice, if you want one knee or both knees, you can play around with that. And then when you come onto your back, just give it that good pull one more time. And we'll switch. So opposite knee in. And then cross the knee over. Notice one side can be completely different than the other. And if the one knee is a little too intense, then bend the bottom knee up as well. And just breathe. See where you can soften, see where you can release. Digestion is a process of elimination, right? So sometimes when we're holding on to things, whether it's mental stress or emotional stuff, or just obviously the physical stuff as well, right? But it can all make a difference. And then come onto your back, hug that knee in. Now step both feet down and we'll bridge the hips up. And so this is nice because it's just kind of taking some pressure off the pelvis. If you wanted to put a block underneath your lower back and support your lower back, you could, and make this a very, very passive back bend. Or you could lace the hands underneath you and kind of walk the shoulders together. Or with the hands laced underneath you, you could also drop your sacrum back onto your fists, and that becomes somewhat of a little supported pelvic lift. if you don't have a prop handy or a block handy. It also opens up our chest and our breath. So we want our breath to really stay nice and full to help support the digestive system, the digestive process. So depending on where you are, if your hands were laced, you can unlace them and lower down through your back. If you had a block, you can take the block out, and then you can rest in goddess or take your legs all the way out for Shavasana, for the final posture where we just let everything go, because truly when we are able to put our bodies into this rest and digest state, or tap into the parasympathetic nervous system, the one that allows us to rest and let go, that's when we allow all of our natural bodily functions to really be at their best. So you can wiggle fingers and toes. And you can bring both knees into your chest. One more nice little stretch or pressure on the abdomen. And then when you come on up to sit, find a comfortable seat. And then just take a moment to notice how you feel and to always thank yourself for showing up to practice.